This is a quick tutorial on ZBrush hard surface modeling. Drop down a plain 3D tool and edit it. Ctrl D to subdivide it multiple times and hold down Ctrl key. Use standard brush to mask out an area for us to extract shapes. Use Ctrl and Alt together to clean up the border area. Sharpen the mask. Set the proper thickness and extract the shape. Use ZBrush to convert the geometry to a better topology. Then smooth the edge. Then use the Trim Dynamic tool to sharpen the cutting edge. The other way to do this is to model this whole part in ZModeler. I will cover ZModeler brush in another tutorial. Then I mesh it and use H polish to polish up. H polish will respect the turning edge, so it's good in this situation. Then I use the Clip Curve tool. Hold down Ctrl and Shift. Start to draw the curve. After done, we have a really clean and sharp edge. I also made the shape of the cutting edge much smoother by using the Clip Curve tool. Then I will start to work on other part. Later I will come back to revisit the cutting edge. So I just append a box. Then I mesh it. Use the Clip Curve tool again to cut out the bevel edge. Then I used a cylinder tool and to append it to our X tool. Then I mesh it. I used a standard brush with radial symmetry and set the radial count to be 100 to make the handle more interesting. Here we can also use other tools like dimming standard and trim dynamic to trim the shape, polish up. Then I use the insert mesh brush tool, IMM basic tool, to insert spheres. Continue adding other parts. Here I use the cone tool, but set the division to 4 and append it to our X. Okay, here I don't follow any design, I just design from my mind on the fly. And here I decide to insert skull into the X to make it more interesting. So I load the free skeleton tool. Then I merged all visible parts. Then did the auto group. Then I just keep the top of the skull and delete hidden. Make this into a insert brush. Come back to our X tool and we use the new insert mesh brush to insert our skull. I come back to sharpen up the cutting edge again. Just use the trim dynamic brush and edge polish brush. I use the most basic insert mesh basic brush to add in some patterns here. Then I will mask area to add some noise to it. Here actually I should use mask curve tool to clean up the edge, but I will leave it to you. Invert the mask and use the clay tool to cut into the geometry. Press L key to cut into the geometry. Then we will go to Surface submenu. Use Lightbox to choose noise pattern for the area. Then I will keep revisiting other parts and try to make the shape more interesting. Here I use just edge polish and trim dynamic with reduced symmetry. Use Move brush to tweak the shape a bit, make it more interesting looking. Then I will add in the last part. I will use the same method, mask area on the plane and extract the shape. Smooth out the rough edge. Then use the clip curved brush for a cleaner looking silhouette. Same here again, mask out an area, then we can apply the noise. Then finally just add some noise to different parts of the X to make it more natural looking. And that's it. Hope you like the tutorial and see you in the next one.